Probably a better spot for you, hey? Better positioning. Won't sound like you're on the other side of the room this time.
Like sex position?
Ooh, that's... like missionary? The
Like
best
right
one?
up close by my mouth, where it's supposed to be.
That's the best kind of position. Right? Isn't that missionary?
I'm blowing on my potato.
Is that a euphemism?
Irish euphemism?
Hey, she was blowing on my potato.
Yep, the potato's cooked.
That's my best Irish accent, too, by the way.
I just talked over it, so
Yeah.
hopefully it was awesome.
I'll just cut that anyway. Cut that. Oh, is that your alarm going off there?
Oh, some fucking
Potatoes
timer.
are done.
Potato timer, everybody! To the potatoes!
Quick, everybody. To the potatoes. What are we doing here? Stopwatch. Oh, that might be a copyrighted ringtone or something. Heads up.
Too late. It's turned off now.
Samsung.
Oh, look, my fishy game was still on.
Samsung will sue our asses off.
Oops, I got distracted.
Fishy game's still on you on like an unlimited time thing there or whatever?
No,
Oh,
just finishing up this
just
one.
addicted to your fish game.
What are you talking about?
No big deal. You know, just a little ASMR,
People are just
ASRM,
puking because they
ASMR.
hate the sound of people eating.
No, that's a thing people are into nowadays, though.
I think,
You know,
it's the opposite.
that they're not into you potato eating.
Exactly.
No, it might be. There might be a market out there for that. People are just like, ooh. Have you ever heard of?
Ginger eat a potato. It's just a podcast about gingers eating potatoes.
Oh, gotta.
You're gonna. Well, actually, it's just one ginger. But
Yeah.
she's really into the potatoes.
Yeah, she likes potatoes.
Has like 4 different types from this shopping trip alone.
Oh, we were, starving for potatoes for a while, right? So, stock up.
Loves me some carbs. My grandpa was a potato farmer.
I think, have we dropped that name every episode, maybe? Dropping,
Marcus Isbister?
there you go. Oh, no last names, remember? Might be okay. He's been gone for a while.
The school's named after him. So.
Oh, there you go. He's a legend now. He's a legendary potato farmer.
Well, I think he did some other stuff too that people are jazzed about. But hello, birdie.
Hi,
The
big
birdie's
boy.
saying hi because the cat just came in. So I'm not sure if he'll like.
Did the cat come back?
Yeah, I
the
got
very
up to
next
check the potatoes, and then the cat was like, "Oh shit,
The
you're
cat
leaving
came
me."
back the very next
But he
day.
came back. He doesn't even care that we're doing a podcast. He's
No, no.
just like, I need some petting on my body.
He says,
Get
this
to
is
it.
now my podcast, and I think that you guys should just talk about cats, mainly for like 2 hours straight, especially sexy black cats that are cool and smooth,
He's like, don't objectify me. I'm neutered.
Well, no, it could still be sexy, though.
Oh, no,
You know,
because he's licking my
Sexy's
arm.
like an attitude, when you like strut, when he's strutting down the yard, he's like, so sexy, sexy cat,
Yeah, that's what the cats do.
That's a cat.
Welcome back, everybody, to the We're Not Sure What the Fuck We're Doing podcast.
Still trying to figure it out podcast.
What's the real name?
We can't pick a title
There you go.
podcast, so it sort of fits that.
That's
'cause
the one.
We just can't
Just
pick a title.
make it up as we go along.
Yeah, exactly. Smoke some weed, have some fun, pet cats,
Exactly.
mainly. Listen to birds.
What kind of weed you got in the...
Today
Bowl
we
agenda
have
today.
a new strain brand thing.
Flava?
Flava, I like to call it. It's K2. There was a K3 option. I was like, well, K2's higher.
I don't even know
think.
what that means.
I don't know. K2's like the mountain.
Oh,
K2,
I thought it was meant like 2000.
I thought maybe like, K to 2, like kindergarten to grade 2.
This is
you
just
know,
like
and-
your basic starter weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what we're
Yeah.
beginners.
You don't want to give this to anybody that's above grade 2.
Because
Because it might be a little too strong for them.
Or does it just have you the mental capacity of,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're only going to learn as good as the K to 2s?
Well, I have as much fun as I did when I was like in K to grade 2.
Oh, that's perfect.
I get finger painting and
I'm so glad
playing
you
with
said
blocks.
painting.
finger painting.
I
Well,
just got that Cartman song in my head now. I'm gonna finger bang bang you into my life. Finger bang bang you all through the night. Baby likes to finger bang and it's alright. Something like that.
We did get a request for more singing from you, so,
Check.
there you go. Anytime you want to just bust out a sweet jam, you go right ahead there, sweet jam.
Okay.
Huckleberry, preferably.
The bird's bouncing up and down in his
He's excited.
birdie condo.
He's excited.
He was excited his brother came in, but I can't hold them up to the cage to let them kiss.
He loves a good finger bang song.
He loves it.
I said song at the end there.
Thank
so I
goodness.
didn't get in trouble for finger banging birds. Just
Yeah.
except for shooting style, like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, like,
That's okay.
looking good today, chicken.
Little, yeah.
You know?
Chicken.
Oh, birds.
Parrot. Whatever.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't maybe say that to the bird.
Oh, no?
No, he knows he's a looker. Every client that walks by is like, ooh, my.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There you go.
not every client, but lots of clients stop and say hi now. He's making all kinds of new friends. He's a pretty friendly little birdie.
So another request I put on Facebook for what's on people's mind lately, and Bree said that you're on her mind.
Ouch, the cat's biting me. Is that from Bree?
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks, Bree.
With love from
That
Bree.
was some love bites on my wrist from delivered by the kitty cat. He looks like he's maybe annoyed that I'm not paying enough attention. Oh, he's gonna split right now. He's not a big weed guy. He comes and goes. Sometimes he'll come over and be like, "Oh, I just need to relax because I'm old."
Sometimes he likes it to be in the vicinity, but not in the
Yeah.
direct,
Yeah, he gets to choose. I never
smoke field.
blast at him.
We just keep passing the pipe back and forth there, folks. So, that's how we do around here, COVID style,
Hey, Jason, where did you get this pipe?
Oh, Edmonton, Alberta. Two Guys with Pipes, it was called.
How long have you had it?
Ooh, shit. 10, 12?
Yep, you got it right after the movie premiere.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, 12-ish years then? 12-ish? Kind of
And
12-ish.
can you tell people what the name of the pipe is? And do you remember why we named it that?
I can even display it a little bit. I'm about to take a hoot, and I'll tell you what it's called right here. Oh, fuck!
It's a pretty big bowl and pretty big chamber in the pipe. It's a bit of a Sherlock situation. Looks like you're going to deduce things.
Yeah, it's called fuck.
Yeah.
Its full long name is actually fuck. Holy shit. Because mainly that's the first thing everybody says after they try it for the first time.
It's not a beginner's pipe.
Rookie pipe. Yeah, remember those old school, the metal ones with the little chamber
Yeah.
in between to catch your res? then
PSA,
you
don't smoke out of metal. That's
Dig
just
into that
sketchy.
and dig all your res out and put it back into your bowl. And oh, that was so good.
I didn't do that. I think I did have one metal pipe at one point, but I don't know, probably got too hot.
I definitely did way back when it was like the only thing you could buy at the
In
store.
the 90s?
Kind of deal, yeah, exactly. It was like, well,
Yeah.
either pop can or this. So like, well, pop cans.
Pop. Yeah,
know,
sure. Was
Better
it a
than
beer
smoking
can?
just pop cans, straight up. We went to
What?
school. Went to school with a guy that, I won't say his name by any means, but yeah.
He smoked.
He literally would take like a tiger torch or a torch of some type and burn the pop cans until it was like green flame smoke coming off, and he would inhale that.
Like the aluminum paint.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So, and I...
Is he a mathematician now?
No, I seriously think that he's like a pastor or a preacher or something
Oh.
now. So,
Well, maybe he saw God.
I definitely saw God more than a few
Saw
times
something.
there.
Saw something, got passionate
Gods of
about it.
aluminum.
Yeah, it's a bit far. Hey, Birdie?
Yeah, it was good times.
Good times.
Bought weed off him a couple times. So,
Yeah.
he was also that guy. The guy that you sort of had to like, hey, dude.
Did you pay him in?
How you doing?
Did you pay him in cans? You knew where I was going with that. No,
Save up all your cans and
just on the
Here you
way
go, buddy.
over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, this is a good. Ooh, Canada Dry.
All the empties around the outside the bar where everybody drinks out by their car
Yeah,
and then
just-
throws the empties.
Yeah. Are you taking those to the bottle depot? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
That's you have them as Bottle Depot in your phone. Family's just like,
Yeah.
oh, what's the number for the Bottle Depot? Okay.
In the early 90s when I had them in my phone.
Yeah.
My parents' landline.
Oh, right. Yeah. You guys had one of those super duper stretchy cords, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I love
you
that.
could like twirl around and go up and down the hallway, and
We could go like almost all the way down the stairs with it, and
holy
halfway down the
so
stairs.
You
and-
could go have a private
yeah,
conversation.
yeah. You could even close the door. That was when we had a door on top of the steps, and we closed the door, and then you'd go down halfway, and then you'd hear like a couple of stairs or footsteps coming down, and people like listening in, and yes, can I help you? You know, that maneuver.
Just like important business I'm
Yeah.
having as a youth.
Growing up with two older brothers, it was, you know, talking to your girlfriend down there. Oh, you're talking to your boyfriend down there. Whatever it was.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
at the time.
weird. Everybody used to put that on that. You know, it's all about having a relationship.
Yeah.
People do that with kids too.
Yeah,
They're
for
like,
sure.
our kids are gonna get married, and it's like they're in like their onesies.
Well, that's the whole thing with the stuff you never think about, like what they do with the 12-year-old girls and stuff now, where it's like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? You know,
Oh, God.
or
People
things
do
like
that
that.
your whole
and-
life. It's
I know.
crazy, and now it's. I like that it's not so much about relationships. They're like, oh, you guys are gonna get married. Things have sort of like freed up a little bit more, and we're learning like maybe that's not a great thing to put on people.
Well, and just why? You know, why do you even need to talk about that at all? Like, why not, you know?
Because they just want to like get a rise out of the person, and I think maybe that's what everybody was just so groomed to do and groomed to say. I mean, I said it up until somebody else was pointed it out to me that that's
Yeah.
friggin' weird.
Well, yeah. You know, I guess it's, you can't just be like, hey, you're going to,
Ask them what their favorite
what are
pet
you
is.
doing about for science today? Or,
Yeah.
can't come up with anything good.
What kind of dinosaurs are you into? That's the best question to
Oh, yeah,
ask
that's-
anybody
yeah, I
of
love
any
that one.
age.
So yours, what's your favorite dinosaur? Speaking of which.
Well, I think mostly like the Elasmosaurus, because there were some found in the Puntledge River, which is near where I grew up.
Oh, that's that one, right?
It's kind of like a Brontosaurus, but it's got flippers and is in the water. So I think that's kind of like, I have a feeling that could be what Ogopogo is,
Oh, yeah.
or the Loch Ness
Ness of
Monster.
Loch.
Maybe there's like, you know, but that's maybe for a different show. But I also like pterodactyls, because I heard something today. It was like, they're talking about being higher than pterodactyl tits. And I was like, oh my god, I love that. That's just the best thing in the whole world.
That was that pizza one where you ordered extra crust instead of
Yeah.
extra cheese or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just totally made
Yeah.
me think of Ash from Morbid.
Higher than pterodactyl tits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, morbid. That's great. We'll have to go on their show one day, and they can come on our
Maybe.
show one day. You know, they can come wherever they want to. Sorry, I took it there, and I didn't really
I'm
mean
going
to.
to tell your wife.
Don't. Don't.
She'll like that you're okay with
Yeah,
them
she'll be-
enjoying themselves wherever they're
She'll
at.
laugh about it. You know.
Exactly.
She's got a good sense of humor, I think.
Mostly.
Oh, dinosaurs.
Rewind. It's a lot
Okay.
of sounds here.
Higher than pterodactyl tits. I always thought if you could combine the two, have like a flying, swimming dinosaur, then you'd have like the ultimate dinosaur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like Pterodactylus lasmosaurus. Ah, that's fucking lame.
That's so lame, Jason. Why do you have like lame ideas? Maybe you can draw it up or something, and we'll submit it to God or whoever made the dinosaurs. We'll put it in the suggestion box for the next
For God.
for the next one.
Yeah. For the
Bunch
next
of
Earth.
dinosaurs.
For the next start.
Yeah.
For the Great Reset. And he'll be like, oh, why didn't I think of this?
Or they. Maybe
Good
they
on you,
don't have a
Jason.
gender.
He'll say.
I don't want to assume that it's a dude. I don't want to assume what's
Shit,
in
that's
his
my bad
pants.
too. I'm usually written a lot better than that.
Yeah, you're working on it.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
I try not to do that, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Don't want to assume.
No. I'm not even sure there is one, you know, out there. Any kind of...
Any god genitals?
Genders. You know.
Genitals?
Genitals.
Yeah,
Genitals?
I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a thing that people are into these days. Genitals.
So, getting excited about Halloween coming up in a couple months.
I don't know. Is that... I don't know. I'm going to dress up like a dinosaur.
Oh my god.
You didn't
I
ask me
even
what my
think of
favorite
that.
dinosaur was.
What was your favorite dinosaur,
Well, I
Jason?
don't want to answer it now.
That's good.
You know, I don't want to be forced into it. So Halloween.
So what's your favorite Halloween dinosaur?
Those big puffy T-Rex outfits now.
Those are pretty sweet.
I saw one where it was super cute that grandma, they had like 2 little kids dressed up like dinosaurs waiting for their grandma to come home.
Aww.
And then the grandma showed up in like a bigger dinosaur costume,
Oh,
and the kids
that's
didn't
even
know, so it was all like,
cuter.
hey, look at that. And they all danced around and jumped and stuff. And it was pretty super cute.
I've seen people in the blow-up dinosaurs and unicorn ones at like the airport picking somebody up or whatever, which I think is pretty adorbs.
What did my brothers do? My dad, they dressed up like a news reporter. He got like the old school shoulder video camera
Your dad
style
did?
thing, and had like a great big long microphone with a cable. It was like a big golden microphone or something that he had or made.
Just newscaster
and then
Danny.
it was a whole big, like, they did up a sign, like a
For
limo.
when Steve came home?
No, when I came back from somewhere. I can't remember where it was.
Newscasting somewhere?
No, it was only recent. Oh, maybe that was for Mom. When Mom was dying on the old deathbed there.
What?
I think maybe that's what it was. That seems like a pretty joyous occasion to do that for.
Newscaster one.
Did I go back for? Oh, I went back for Dad's birthday.
That's probably
without
what it
you.
Was. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you were here with the dogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they met you there doing that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I think I got pictures here somewhere, but
that was a good trip because you guys did the land-based skydiving, or what would you call that?
Yeah, I Fly is what the actual company's called, but yeah, land-based skydiving. I love that. It sounds boring, actually, like you're just going to lay on a board, and
safer.
Whee! You're going to jump out of this airplane, but you just jump off a pallet.
And so what's that? They put you in like a room with a bunch of fans on the bottom?
Just one
and
huge fan.
You wear a special outfit, or you just get to wear whatever you're wearing?
No, they get you into like the whole
fancy suit?
Fancy sort of, not spandex, but
like a squirrel suit?
Some sort of vinyl suit thing. Yeah, squirrel suit. I had the tail and everything, and the teeth, and the ears. It was pretty cute. No, it was actually kind of brutal. It was because my shoulder... I've had some shoulder injuries and dislocations and stuff over the years.
From your massive biceps?
Well, I was going to, just say mainly from flexing.
Just from flexing just randomly. Hurt yourself.
Hey,
flexing.
Ladies. Ow, my shoulder. Shit.
Just like, physio, I'm back.
Damn it. Nothing impresses the ladies like a good shoulder injury.
Yeah.
When you're flexing.
Does it?
I think maybe it does.
Maybe.
I don't know.
The right ladies.
Anyways, yeah. So, and you got to like hold the position, where your arms are like, sort of up and out.
Like a starfish?
Like a starfish, yeah, there you go. Thank you for describing. And your legs too, sort of like splayed out like a jumping jack.
Starfish,
like
a jumping.
Like a...
Yep.
It's like a starburst.
Surprise!
Yeah. But you got to hold it there, and it's a lot of wind coming at you, and I ended up like I had like 2 seconds left of my run, and they do like cut it if you're going to get hurt or trip out or anything or whatever, and I
trip
you never know.
You're like, oh my god,
this
ayahuasca's kicking in, I'm gonna puke.
Well, I could see, people going on there,
it's like, how big are your pupils,
tripping
sir?
balls and just spinning around in there.
I don't know if your pupils get big when you take ayahuasca. I've never done it.
I assume.
Probably.
I think everything like that.
It's like
anything
mushrooms.
Trips you out,
So anyways.
Yeah, it was really hard on my shoulder, and it felt like it was going to dislocate. So I was like, "Okay, let's cut her short." And
pencils
then
down. You
they
can't
got me
just
out of there.
go into like a fancy roll or something.
No, because like, especially me, I'm bigger than your average superhuman, golden god type person, right? So
okay.
It was tough for it, even just to maneuver me around. The smaller you are, because he holds on to you. There's like little handholds on the side of your gear or side of your suit.
Okay.
The side of your gear. I got little handles on the side of my, junk and stuff.
What?
It's just handle? Yeah, it just comes in handy.
I guess.
If you're gonna fall
off
something, then somebody can just grab onto it.
Trying to carry it around.
Yeah, pull you in from the boat. If you, fall off the side of the boat or something.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah, so the lighter you are, the easier it is for them to be able to maneuver you around just in the wind. You're literally just floating in the wind.
You
from just going down.
Oh.
You just go straight down into the grid if you're not because you got to hold that starfish position just to catch enough drag to keep you up.
Okay, enough air.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I mean, the better you are, the skinnier, the more fit you are kind of deal. You can maneuver it around a lot easier. And the guys, they were just like going up and down and up and down. He'd come in and out and they were doing all kinds of crazy flips. And it was neat. Yeah,
they were probably check that stuff out on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, we can probably put a link somewhere out there. And it was pretty sweet. Yeah, it was awesome. That was a lot of fun, actually. But,
it sounded like the wrong trip to miss.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have liked it even. You wouldn't have even done it.
No.
Well, maybe. I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
I'm good at holding people's purses while they're on the ride.
That's exactly, yeah, you would have loved taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, that was a blast. It's funny, I was looking through pictures today, actually.
Your track and field pictures? Did it bring up some memories, Jason? Do you want to talk about some...
I might have to pack another bowl before that, but it's already one packed.
Oh, okay.
You know.
So,
No, there's no kind of PTSD there at all. You know, I just remembered from when I was, 8? What would you say, how old was I in that picture?
I would say maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah, hey?
You're a pretty little rugrat still. Like, when you told the story, I thought you were like 11, 12, like preteen situation, and then it was like he's maybe 3 feet tall in the actual pictures, and it's pretty cute, but...
There's some people listening that might actually even remember this a little bit, growing up with me.
So it was something to do with your outfit that day, or?
Well, so it was like a track and field day, for the school, but it was also like for all the other schools. So, hey, let's have like 700 kids out. Everybody was for, and all ages, I think, too.
No wonder you went and cried in the trees. Spoiler.
From my memory, and it's easy for me because my mom's not around, so she can't argue with me anymore about it. So that helps.
True.
And none of my other family really listens to it, so this is...
We'll be fine.
Perfect,
it's totally safe.
Yeah.
Auntie Velda, I don't know if she knew about those shorts.
Yeah, she'll just laugh anyway.
She would have saw a picture.
So anyway, best my memory serves me is that there was no shorts, like normal, sporty type shorts that are like knee length board shorts, like I used to like.
Like you didn't have the laundry done for
I
your
assume
outfit,
there was. I know I had shorts like that.
You just
normal shorts.
Sprouted up and didn't have your regular comfy
shorts.
shorts?
I don't think so. I think maybe there was just dirty ones, and maybe it was a bit of a lesson for me that, hey, take care of your stuff, and you knew this thing was coming up. Maybe you should have had some shorts ready.
Yeah.
I'm not going to blame it all on Brenda.
No.
Let's just say that.
No.
So, she's pretty awesome. Other than making me wear Speedos to track and field day.
So you guys couldn't find the shorts that you're comfortable in or whatever. They weren't available. So what was the deal with these? These were like...
legit Speedos.
1983...
yeah, I'm going to say Michael Phelps style, without the long, slender awesomeness.
Yeah, so basically like swim trunks for dudes that are going to swim fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and at being 8, it wasn't like aerodynamics was going to make a big difference for me. I wasn't, oh man, there you go.
You were like, I need these shorts shorter so I can go faster, Mom. Yeah, my thighs, I don't want them to chafe.
There's a lot of other faster kids than me out there that day wearing a lot longer shorts.
Yeah, and if you'd have gone a bit longer with your shirt, then you just would have looked like you were wearing no pants.
Well, yeah. So sometimes I do that now. I rock that look now. It's kind of nice, the Winnie the Pooh kind of thing, I think they call it.
Question, did you, just popped into my head, did you force some underwear under those shorts?
I'm going to say yes.
Probably some, like, briefs or something.
Well, I think that's what I wore back in the day anyway.
Yeah.
Kids didn't didn't have boxer briefs back then.
The boxers were, like, just, like, sheet material.
Yeah, and you didn't wear those when you were a kid.
No, not on a sports day.
That would just look weird,
Yeah.
I would have definitely jammed some underwear in there.
Some Ninja Turtles underwear
just
underneath.
For extra keeping everything
fill
in.
Fill it out.
And there wasn't, I'm not going to, say I was packing a lot of heat back then, but I definitely wanted to keep it all in. I was 8, I still liked girls and didn't want,
popping out
my budgies coming out of their smugglers.
Yeah, because you guys were like running and jumping and
full on track and field day. In the picture, I'm on a 3-legged race. So
you're strapped to somebody else's juicy thigh.
So it's funny though.
Is it your cousin?
No, it's Jason D. Thompson that I'm strapped to.
Oh, right, because you went to school with another Jason D.
The room
Thompson.
over. Yeah, so Jason D. Thompson is I'm Danny. Jason Danny Todd. I don't know if I should even say this online. It might be somebody might steal my identity, but
probably.
And then there was Jason Donald Thompson, who was born the exact same day,
was his dad
like within a
Donald?
half hour kind of deal. The story I was told, Oh, I should have found that out. I bet.
That'd be my question.
Yeah,
I'm just relieved that the middle name's not Danny.
He's got to be out there somewhere. He didn't die.
Nope.
A lot of the other kids died when we were growing up and stuff.
You guys had way too many kids die at your school. Like, legit, I don't know if anybody that I went to school with has passed away. I don't know. I mean, if anybody that I've gone to school with knows of somebody else that has passed away that we went to school with, let me know.
Yeah, hey?
Because I mean, I'm sure
That's
it's
way
happened.
back then. I mean, maybe then, now, I guess.
Then or even now.
I just had another one die 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know? That seems like
You
every
guys have
year
some
there's
crazy stuff.
somebody
What was
new.
that was grad?
Grad with Jason. Yeah.
You guys, there was
Yeah.
like a kid. You guys were at grad, and so you did the
Tubing.
you guys did the ceremony, and then you decided to go tubing before the party.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody, it was like
they
a
went to the
tradition.
river?
Everybody goes tubing down the river, and North Saskatchewan River in one of the sketchiest parts of the river, but hey.
Oh, there's
when you
lots
grew
of
up there-
bends through there, and it's all
Oh,
rocky,
it's just all
right?
whirlpools, and because the bridge columns are there, it's sketchy as hell.
Oh, jeez.
You know, for sure. But we
Yeah.
used to jump off the catwalk and stuff too. It's not like
Yeah, the North Saskatchewan's
lots of people did it, but it's sketchy as hell.
substantial river.
Yeah, it's not safe to do so,
No.
especially when you've been drinking for. I don't think he was drinking because he was like relatively straight edge. He was a skateboarder and stuff, but he was one of the sort of I don't know what straight edge, but
Yeah,
You know.
probably wasn't out there getting.
yeah, never was found. Bloop, went down, got sucked under in the tube, and never
was never found?
Yeah, yeah.
And so did people realize that he went under, or was it like everybody's heading back and they didn't know, or did people
no,
see
it was a
happen?
whole thing, and I don't know
Holy
if
hell.
I don't know if necessarily saw it happen, but I'm probably I think because there was other people there. We went down
There were
after.
people that
I wasn't
noticed
there,
that
but
all of a sudden he was gone.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
On your grad.
yeah,
Jeez,
crazy,
you
hey?
guys. No
Yeah.
wonder you guys are all have crazy stories.
Oh, and it happened all the time. Archie Gaines, that was the other one I was
happened all
thinking
the
of.
time at grad, or
Well, no,
just people
people
croaking?
crashed or died, or our other buddy he crashed and crashed his truck into a barbed wire fence, and it was an electric fence. And but that's supposedly the story is that's what kept him alive for a little while because it
With his
was like
heart?
the electric fence kept his heart going for a little while. Yeah, crazy, right?
Jeez. And that was around grad too, or just people from your class, or
Yeah, around that time. It was after. I would say like 2 or 3 years after, probably grad. You know, but yeah. Archie Gaines was a big one. We swallowed the balloon when we were in grade 6.
Yeah,
and-
you told me about
Yeah.
that. It's so.
yeah.
So you guys were like just hanging out in class, and everybody got
It was outside.
balloons?
It was outside in the playground, and I don't even know where got the balloon from or
Somebody's
whatever.
birthday
And
or
he was
leftover,
fucking around with it, and I think like biting it or something like that, and went right down his throat.
Kids
And
totally used to
Yeah.
do that.
yeah, and man, I want to say Kevin. I mean, if I knew it was him, I'd say his last name for sure. But somebody gave him the Heimlich because we literally like
Tried
just
to
learned it.
save him.
I think like the week before kind of deal, and maybe it was David. I don't know. I don't want to say
Yeah.
it anyway. But yeah, one of them gave him the Heimlich for a while, and supposedly that's maybe what helped him for a while because it kept him sort of breathing. And then he was alive for like I want to say a month or two in the hospital and
What?
brain dead and stuff. And I mean, it was
my-
grade 6 for us, so I don't know how long ago that was. So not much you can do back then. You know, yeah, it was crazy.
You poor kids.
That's why every time I see a kid playing with a balloon, I'm just eyeballing them hard.
Well,
as soon as they put it in
yeah.
their mouth, I'm just like, nope, don't do that. That's one like I try not to parent other people's kids, but
Yeah.
that's one where I'm just like, nope, get that away from them.
Well,
nope,
that
and
would
I'll tell
have
you
a
why.
huge impression. I mean, forget about sea turtles if the kids are going to die from it.
Yeah, it was a huge thing. I still remember. We were up on the basketball courts, and the playground was
Yeah.
the field was just down from it. And I just remember the crowd and everybody freaking out and going running over there. What the hell's going on? What's going on?
And if there's rubber trapped in the kid's throat, it's not gonna.
And it was like lodged in there down deep.
Yeah.
It wasn't like in his like where you could even get it.
If he'd been playing
You know.
with it for a while, it'd be all stretched out. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, nuts, eh?
I remember you being really cautious when we had the kids staying with us for a while there, and I don't know. I think we had balloons for somebody's birthday, your birthday, or one of the kids, or something like that. And
Well, we always do balloons for like I try to do balloons and I'll just blow them up and throw them around the house. I do that
Yeah,
for you,
for
you know,
birthdays.
whatever, and with the little signs and posters and stuff. But
ooh, you guys should be super careful with your balloons. Like, and if your kids got them, make sure they're supervised because that can like get in there.
especially kids, like it was grade 6, and I know like with kids with Heimlich and stuff like that, it's dangerous to do so because you can just snap stuff and
Oh,
break
yeah.
chest bones and
Kids are a little more delicate.
burping up my noodles.
Jason has no hummus this time, you guys.
No hummus, just noodle burps this time.
Jason, I didn't make the noodles. So
No, that's my
on
bad.
Jason.
There's a little Sapporo Ichiban chow mein action.
Sorry about that, guys.
See if we can get some free Ichiban out of this deal, out of this
So-
podcast.
So you were talking about your crazy outfit and so you said that your mom had made those Speedos?
No,
or that was
I think
just
they
what was
were
available.
I want to say they were legit Speedo brand
they were like
Speedos.
your swim shorts.
You know, they were like my trunks. Like,
but it was like the early 80s, and in the 70s, all of our shorts were like crazy short. They were like, just look up 70s shorts. And like,
But even then, you saw the picture, and
They
all
were
the other boys were like
2/3 up the thigh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they were still
all pretty short.
Yeah, it wasn't everything packed in.
You only had another inch of thigh not covered.
I still just remember like doing one of the runs, and I can't remember. It was just like a 50-yard run or whatever it was, something like that. And I remember the whole time worrying about my dick was gonna like flip out, my little like bloop. And then if I didn't know or something, couldn't feel it, then other people would be like, ha 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 ha. You know, you dream about that, right? Of being like in school and people seeing all your stuff
junk.
and your junk and everything. And so I was just all day, I was like, yay, can I relive this out for real? This will be fun.
So junk exposure story, I actually have one.
Okay.
Weirdly enough.
I want to see your exposed junk anytime.
No, not like it wasn't my junk that it was exposed.
Not
so
your 8-year-old junk.
When I was probably 11 or 12, I was taking out a trail ride at this place I used to take out trail rides at.
Trail rides, horses?
Horse trail rides.
Okay.
Yep. So we had
horse person?
this group of younger fellas came out, and they were all like of driving age, but they weren't from here. I think maybe they were from Europe. Not all of them spoke English.
Oh.
And so looking back, this is kind of a freaky, sketchy situation because like I'm like 11 or 12 and I'm taking out these like young men that don't speak English from another country. So just for an hour though. We're only taking the horses out for an hour and we'd go do this loop.
Young men, like are we talking like 12 or like 15, 16,
no,
17?
Like adults.
Like 20-ish?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Like maybe college dudes that are over visiting.
And you're how old? 10, 12?
No, like, 11, 12-ish.
Okay.
You know, taking out trail rides. And,
So not quite growing into your boobs.
Yeah, I had
Close.
some bee stings, but it was grade 7 when they took off.
Okay.
I was a chubby kid, so I still always had a bit of boob jiggle there. So I take out this trail ride, and like these dudes show up in like not proper riding appropriate gear.
Speedo.
Like, well, it wasn't a Speedo, but okay, so the one guy, I'll just get right down to it. The guy had cut off jean shorts. And so like jean shorts in general aren't great for going for a trail ride. I mean, he was probably temperature-wise, he was probably cool, but the mosquitoes and the horseflies were probably getting at him.
And the leather on the saddle.
And I didn't like the whole sweaty leather whatever on there. So we go for this trail ride and we go to this one spot, and if the riders are competent enough in the first half hour of the ride, then there's a really nice big open trail called the Canter Trail, or we called it that. So you could like go into a trot or a canter with these people once you got past the big muddy puddles at the beginning.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we do that, and they're all, this is fun, and we canter through this trail, come out the other side, up onto the road, and I'm like, kind of like letting the first person go along the side of the road, and I like held back to make sure everybody was okay, and all came up out of the trail all right. And the one fella in the shorts, because there wasn't any inseam really on these shorts when he started, so like there's no coverage really at the front. I mean, at all. It was basically like a tube skirt kind of.
And shorts ride, I assume, as they do.
As your legs come apart, the fabric kind of comes up a bit. And, like, this dude, I swear he had no underwear on because his full salad bar was sticking out the side. There was, like, end of the peen and nuts. Because it's hot and sweaty and we've just cantered and you're, like, rubbing around on the saddle. Delete this whole way. Come up out of the trail. He's oblivious to the fact that his full twig and berries are out. On the saddle.
He's probably just hungover as fuck too.
Probably.
You know?
Like, these guys were definitely there to have a good time. Like, here to have a good time, and
That's
they
why
were
he's
on
got
vacation.
no undies. Used them as toilet paper the day
he
before, night before.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to throw them away after the gratuitous lovemaking the night before or something.
Oh, all right.
I don't
Let's go
know.
with that.
Yeah, so that was, I was like, okay, and like went up to the front of the trail and went home and was like, finished taking the rest of the trail ride, but I was like, I did not want to clean the saddle after, you know, because you give them like a little wipe down at the end of the day, make sure the saddles are good, and here this dude's
Good call.
fucking dick and balls were like all over the saddle, all sweatied up
Just
the whole
a
time.
greasy print
Yeah,
of a dick.
and we did a children's riding camp, children and teens riding camp too, and the teens and kids, they clean their saddle. That's one of the things that they learn to do at the beginning of the week before they're like really riding a whole bunch. So I didn't really want to tell my mom or the other lady that owned the place about the guy's dick and balls being out for the whole ride and rubbing all over it, because I didn't want to be chored up with having to stay and clean a saddle instead of going to the river with everybody else. But yeah, in the end, I told, because my mom was like, yeah, don't keep secrets and stuff like that. And she was like, which one? Who was it? And I was like, well, they left. It was the 3:00 ride or whatever. And yeah, so that's...
Your mom was probably going down to cut it off.
Yeah,
Keep that thing in your fucking shorts.
She was protective of us, but yeah, one other time it wasn't
Another time.
the only other time it was like, surprise, dick and balls, was like my friend Christina and I wasn't really popular in school, and I was going through some stuff, so I was a little insecure, which probably didn't help with the not being very popular.
It doesn't encourage that
No.
kind of behavior.
So sometimes I'd like stay home from school, and then I'd get behind, and then I'd want to skip school because I was embarrassed that I didn't know what was going on. So my friend Chrissy, sometimes Christina'd skip school with me, and for whatever reason we decided...
Cut that. You know, I don't want you guys getting in trouble.
Oh, skipping school?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, anyways, we decided to go home, and we were like, oh, we'll just, you know, walk back to our place or whatever, or our homes.
Yeah.
And we both lived in the middle of nowhere, so it took like 3 hours longer than we thought it was going to take. But so we're walking across this bridge, and in the bushes, there's a dude, and I'm like thinking, oh, he must be getting changed from like going in the river or something. And I guess he had like seen us teen girls. We were like in grade 10. Oh. And he was whacking it.
Oh.
Just in the bushes.
Oh.
Like, I mean, like,
Fuck,
I don't know, like a power pole length away from us. So it was like you couldn't really see, but you could tell what he was doing by the look on his face. And of course, because we're both sarcastic little shits, I was like, hey, that looks like a penis, only smaller. And then we laughed and we like ran across the bridge and we were fine and nothing ever happened. And we both like sort of mentioned it to our folks, and my mom was like, get in the car, we're going to the police station.
No
and I was
shit.
like, come on, you know, like thinking we're going to get to go play or whatever. So grade 10.
I don't want to see this guy again. I lift him off.
Yeah, so we had to go to the police station and look through mug books.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I guess they took our statements and they did like, you know, made us look through mug books, and it was weird because like I saw like 4 or 5 of our teachers.
Oh.
And
Oh.
you can like pull the picture out and you could see what they'd done or why
Yeah.
they'd been arrested, and it was like speeding violations and
okay.
like having drugs on them
Okay.
and like maybe getting in a fight or whatever.
Okay.
None of them were like murderer, but we were like so jazzed. Every person that we saw that we knew, we're like, they're a fucking murderer, aren't they? And then we're
Well-
like, oh no, the drug possession.
That's why I thought they were just going to show you like the sexual offenders or the big book of rapists.
I don't think
kind
they
of
have
deal.
them
And
all. I think that they have
guess
it like,
yeah.
because I mean, the person could have been like,
probably alphabetical.
yeah, he could have been in for
whatever.
fraud already, but then
Right. Also
Turn-
a diddler.
turned public masturbator while he was in prison because you never get any privacy.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't
it
know.
happens.
Yeah, so those are my junk phone out.
That's a good one.
and junk showing
That's
tails.
That's a gross one. Ended on a gross note there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right on. I was going to say that he was a small enough town. He probably was known somewhat to the cops.
Yeah, we didn't see anybody that we
you
were
know.
like, that's him right
Oh,
there.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, we never did pinpoint anybody,
Okay.
but there was like I don't know if you guys ever had photo albums growing up, but these were like giant D-ring binder photo albums, and it was like we were in there for a few hours.
I don't know what photo albums are like at all.
No?
I only have volumes of them. I took a hoot. Do you want another hoot there?
Oh, yes, please.
I don't know if you want some more of that.
Here I go.
Here I go. Here I go again.
Ladies, what's my weakness? Man!
Too many dicks on the dance floor. Too many dicks. That's what I was thinking of when you did the men. Not enough ladies, too many men's. Not enough ladies, too many men's.
Oh, yeah, one of the potties asked us about snails. So, Jason, did you find some information about snails?
Potties? Is that what you're calling them?
I think, yeah.
Because of smoking pot or because of a podcast?
Pod.
Like potties.
But yeah, like our
Okay.
podcast.
Potters. No, that's like pottery. No, you don't like that one?
We're working on it.
Potties.
We're working on it.
Okay, potties.
Yeah.
We got to find one that somebody hasn't taken already. We can't pick a title podcast.
I think you had a friend named Potty, didn't
Wieners? Wieners? Potty? I do. And he's dead now, but yeah.
you? Another one of those
friend
Drayton
that-
Valley friends that
speaking
passed
of
away.
exposure, I don't know. I could probably say this story.
I don't know. Can you
Dana
say-
won't mind.
Dana's mad.
Dana's cool. I think she might even know. Anyway, I was given the opportunity, the honor to do a slideshow thing for his funeral.
Right.
You remember this one?
This is a... Yeah.
So
I was going to say, this is a wang heavy podcast.
full frontal podcast here.
Join us next week for the All Vagina Show.
He hangs dong. It's full thunder gun.
Oh, no.
Thunder gunning up on the curb.
Okay.
So she gave me, his sister gave me the
His phone
SD card or whatever out of his phone kind of deal, and asked me to go through and make a slideshow and find some good pictures. And so I'm going through, flipping through, and like, oh, that's a good one. That's a nice one. That's one. Oh, there's a full frontal picture of his dong. A nice dick pic. It was just like
So, like, for...
full on that I assume he was using as a profile picture for something. Or maybe not a profile picture, I guess.
For Dick Book?
Face dick.
No, not Face Dick. It'd be Dick
that's-
Book.
There's probably one out there though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so that was a little awkward. And I don't know if I ever
Can you
did
still
tell
conjure
her.
it up if you close your eyes?
Oh, 100%. I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying not to, but
Sparse
it's a
or
lot of-
full bush?
Full bush.
Oh,
there was definitely full
magical.
bush, and I mean,
that's
it was
good.
decent size.
Nice bush.
I'm sure he.
You would have been proud of that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he was happy with it, and
And
I hope
it's,
he was anyway.
and it's almost like in that movie Waiting, when they're like, try to show the other guy their wang. It's like the ultimate last prank that Potty could do for you. Is that
Good call.
Yeah, I don't have nudies on my phone. I just
Good call.
Yeah, I don't send them out, but like
I got nudes of you on my phone.
oh, okay.
No,
Well, when Jason goes, fair game, you guys. I didn't know he was taking pictures.
I'll delete it the last second. That'll be like my, instead of like going repenting for my sins, I'll just like
Delete the boobs. You got to put it in the app that looks like a calculator, and then nobody will use it.
Oh, that's the trick.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what
the
one
fake
of the
app.
That's what one of the murder people did on the murder.
Is that the
podcast.
cheating app thing?
I think,
where they
yeah,
hide
I
it?
think maybe it's like a whole. You can like chat back and forth on there, and you have like it's a whole other thing, but it just like looks like a calculator. So if you like looked at my apps, you'd be like, oh, why does she have two calculators? That's weird.
That's weird.
Because I guess you wouldn't uninstall the other one. So yeah, if
Well,
you're
you'd still need a calculator, right?
oh
So,
right, that's true.
Yeah.
True story.
I wouldn't delete the other one. That's great, actually. That'd be the
Yeah,
first thing I'd
okay,
think
so
of.
if
too.
you're
Be like,
worried about the
why
other
the fuck
person
would you have two
cheating,
calculators on there?
just get them to show
Yeah,
you how many
yeah.
calculators they have.
4
Calculator apps.
Facebook icons. What the hell? That's great.
Yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate not having to go around playing detective. It's nice to have a partner you trust.
So speaking of Facebook,
Yeah.
hard in there. I asked what's on people's minds,
Oh, yeah.
and Aaron said, "Why does everything taste like chicken?" I don't have the exact quote. And why is alligator on that list? And I think I have a good theory.
Okay.
But I like yours too.
What was my theory again?
I can't remember.
Okay, you go with yours. Oh, I think it's because alligators possibly and birds were maybe they come from the same ancestors.
Right.
Maybe it's things that have evolved into that.
Ancient reptile kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe like reptiles and birds.
Right.
And maybe that's why reptiles taste like
So
like
like
that.
a T-Rex would taste like chicken if you were to hunt down and eat a T-Rex.
Yeah, probably depending on what the T-Rex ate. You know, I think that
Ooh.
goes into effect. You know, like
If he was
whatever
eating a lot
you're.
of chicken.
Yeah, you know, a lot of wild pterodactyl tits or something.
Stuck on those pterodactyl tits, eh?
They were mesmerizing me. I want to see like an album cover of like, you know, like Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell or whatever, but like a pterodactyl, like, with big tits.
Big pterodactyl tits.
Yeah, and they're pointed up though, because they're going to be higher than pterodactyl
Would there
tits.
just be like two heaving bosoms, or like
Oh, yeah.
like 6 or 8 like an animal has? That's the question.
Open to
Like a
the
Romulus.
artist's interpretation. I'd like to see all the options.
Oh,
If
okay.
if people want to draw those
are-
and submit them,
All right,
then I would be happy to gaze upon them.
We'll post them on our whatever we're going to post things on.
Yep, and then we can design some pterodactyl tit bikinis for
I like
next
it.
year.
I like it. Might spawn a whole cartoon strip or something there.
Good start.
Pterodactyl tits.
Not to bring it back to that.
How did we get on? Oh, right.
You were wondering why
Right.
everything tastes like. Or,
Well, my theory
Aaron
sounds
was-
boring now compared to pterodactyl tits.
well, we can still
You
put
know.
it out there. I'll try to make it gooder.
Mine was basically just that, like, our taste buds and everything have been trained to only taste 4 or 5 different varieties of things. That's why sometimes pork, even, you're not sure, is this pork or is this chicken?
I think it depends on the
Sometimes you're not
sauce
sure.
you put on it. If it's always the same sauces you're putting on everything,
Well,
it might taste the same.
Exactly. You know, sweet
my
and sour
cooking-
dinosaur sauce.
Sweet
That
and
sounds
sour
awesome.
dinosaur.
I want some of that right now.
It's so sticky.
Ooh, that was a good one.
What would be your favorite dinosaur to try eating?
Ooh.
Which one
Shit.
do you think would taste the best?
Ooh, that's a good question, actually.
know? Or egg?
I think it'd be a herbivore would probably be the better way to go, because then it'd be more like cow, because the cows eat grass, so like a stegosaurus,
Okay.
but something that
I don't want to wrestle down a stegosaurus for you for dinner. But,
yeah, something that would be easy to take down, like a cow.
well, you just build a pit with the
You know.
pokies in there. And
Right, a stegosaurus trap,
do you know how
stegosaurus
to
pit.
catch an elephant?
No,
You dig a hole.
Uh-huh.
And you take peas all the way, and you put them all the way around the hole. And then and you got to put ash in the middle too.
okay.
So you put ash in the hole, and then you take peas and you put them all the way around. And then when the elephant comes up to take a pea, you kick him in the ash hole. That was one of my dad's jokes. I messed it up, but it had been like 25 years since I heard it. So.
Holy shit. I seriously
You had
didn't know
no
where you were
idea
going.
where
No.
I was going. I was like,
No.
yes!
I'm like,
and then I'm like, shit, I don't remember.
well, look on your face. I was like, wait, is this a real story? Like, how to capture an elephant? Like, where'd she hear this from? Like, how's that going to work?
This is my dad, Bob, who
God.
told me that joke.
That was a good one. Kick him in the ash hole.
Yeah.
That's good.
So in your thing, you think like an omnivore would be like, or a herbivore would be the most tasty?
I guess both. Like, an omnivore would probably be the better way to go. But I think it'd almost be too gamey.
Maybe.
Like a bear sometimes is like,
Yuck.
or like raccoon. Maybe. I don't know, something, or like a fruit eater. But there was,
like a bat or
I
something?
don't think fruit existed on the earth back then, though.
Oh, we'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Find out for next time.
More
Hey,
homework.
didn't you look up that word that we weren't sure in the 7 deadly sins?
Avarice?
Avarice.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Greed.
Greed?
Yeah, greed
Okay.
or, personal gain, kind of.
So they were just
for
using-
personal gain.
Like a
Yeah, they were just using a fancy word.
just being fancy about it.
For it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Was there any other homework from last week?
Did we talk about the snails?
I think we started trying to talk about snails and then we didn't. I think my favorite snail that I've ever seen, besides everyone that I meet, I do like snails. They're pretty cute. Is the lava snail. I just learned about this. It was like in some random meme or something. And there's these lava snails that live in the vents in the ocean where the lava comes through, the lava tubes or whatever. And so there's these snails, and I think, do they have iron in them? Was that what was going on?
The shell.
The shell?
Yeah, the shell and their little feet are iron sulfides or sulfites.
Yeah, so they can
withstand, and so they're made up of like 3 different layers too. Oh. The outer layer on the shell is made of the iron sulfides, and then the inner, the middle one, was made out of basically the same thing as like all other mollusks and other snails and stuff. I can't remember what they call it. Okay. And then there was like a chitinous inner one,
calcium thing
that was like a heat absorbing layer and stuff too.
Yeah. Like what are those? The central,
like asbestos.
No, like the thing, the heat pump, like a heat pump.
like an air conditioner.
Pump. Yeah, like a heat pump air conditioner for the snail.
Yeah,
they just got it.
It helps
in
them.
The window. Yeah, they got a discount on their hydro bill.
Get a rebate back.
A rebate.
Saving some energy.
Yeah,
there you go.
Would you believe? Oh, cool. Do you have a favorite snail, Jason? Or
I don't. I mean, those got to be definitely up there.
What do you think's like the biggest snail?
One of my favorite snails has got to be the moon snail that we have around here.
Yes.
I actually will post a picture of that too.
Yeah.
Those are pretty sweet. Those are actually got to be one of the biggest.
I'd seen moon snail shells throughout my lifetime growing up on island, and I'd never seen the actual snail before, but the tide's got to be way, 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 way out. And I'd found the shells before where the edges are all cracked open, and I learned that that's because the eagles eat these snails. Which I was like, what? Like, I mean, if they can eat a salmon or a shih tzu or a, rabbit or whatever, they're why would you go for that? But maybe they're delicious.
Fuck, there's tons of meat there, too.
Yeah.
There's got to be 3 pounds of meat.
Yeah, it was a pretty hefty snail. Assuming that it's all meat inside. I mean, that's
for like an eagle, probably.
Yeah, maybe that's a whole bunch of snail poop in there.
Yeah. No, according to what I looked online, like a lot of it, all the inside is all just muscle and meat, basically, and there's a little bit of a brain and esophageal glands and different things like that to absorb chemicals. The iron snails, they just like absorb chemicals and chemically change it in their body. They don't actually eat food. They just absorb it. The different
just
chemicals
from their environment?
and yeah.
That's incredible the way it works.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Neato.
Yeah.
And what do you think's like the biggest snail out there?
So I looked it up.
What?
And it
so we know for sure.
Is where'd it go?
I would have guessed like a foot would be like as big as a snail could get. That would be my guess.
The giant whelk, it's called, is the world's largest snail, reaching a whopping 70 centimeters in size.
So that's over 2 feet.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Is this a land snail or a water snail?
No, it was a water one.
Okay, that makes sense because in there, that'd be heavy.
And I think they're the type that like attach themselves to a side of a rock.
And then just live in
kind
that
of thing.
zone.
And it's like not a cone shape, but like it stretches out, not like a spiral snail shell, but like I'll show you a picture. More like a periwinkle kind of
neat
shape, like a
more
cylinder.
Like a horn.
Cylinder, yeah, more like a horn, I guess, kind of deal. Yeah, I think that's sort of the more. That's why you get the 2 feet long.
Oh, and then you found some poisonous ones. You found out about poisonous ones too.
Yeah, there's ones that kill people.
What's like assassin snails?
Cone snails, they call them.
Oh, okay, that sounds a lot more
I think assassin
benign.
Snail, though. Cone snail stings have claimed 27 human casualties.
Holy
they have
shit.
a venomous harpoon that cuts through like gloves and wetsuits and everything. And I mean,
okay, so they're like an ocean snail. They're not going to get you in your garden.
Well, maybe if
you're gardening under the sea.
If you're gardening,
if you're gardening to your oyster
under
beds,
the sea.
You might get them.
If you're gardening, watch out for your snails under the sea, under the sea. That was a crappy song.
Did they ask for you to sing?
I did, actually. They did. I turned it down.
Okay, you were like,
Disney was
meh.
like, please, come on, man. You're such an amazing
Song-
freestyle songer.
Songist.
You know, just the best songist that we've ever songed. You know, you should come work for us. I was like, nah, I got this podcast coming up in like 25 years.
So I'm gonna need to
You
get
know,
going.
so I assume Little Mermaid's like 25 years ago by now, right? You know, it's got to be at least. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know.
Well, folks.
That's, I mean, I got lots more. I could talk about snails all day, but nobody
So if you
wants
guys
to
have
fucking
other
hear
like
that.
snail questions, we could probably hook you up with some links or something.
Yeah, maybe if people
Yeah.
want to hear more about snails.
Okay.
Out there, but, you know, nobody does.
Well, just the one person that wrote in was like, "Hey,
I shouldn't
to,
say nobody, but, you know.
one person.
Not that they're not a nobody, but
You heard it here first.
nobody's. Maybe that'd be, we can call our people nobodies, you know, and they'll like take it back where they're all empowered with it, and they're like, we're nobodies. Like the Bob Odenkirk movie.
For me, nobody,
We'll have to talk about Mr. Show next time, too.
Nobody.
We'll watch Mr. Show.
Yeah, that's a great show.
I was talking over your whole singing there.
I don't think we talked about any shows today, but
No.
maybe we'll save some for next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. We've just been watching too much House lately.
Yeah, it's
Rewatching House.
It's kind of a good background one, and I'm a pretty sarcastic person, and so anytime I get to watch a show about sarcasm,
It's
well,
a good
it's
one.
not that it's about sarcasm, but the character is sarcastic, and I love it.
Pretty heavy in the sarcasm, you know, for the most part.
What?
Especially when the whole other
No.
side is like heavy, dying subject matter, you know, to be
Yeah.
like a complete flip of like, let's just see how sarcastic and petty, not petty, but I don't know what the word is there.
Scratchy. He's like a 8 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, there you go.
Real scratchy. Well, folks, is it time, Jason?
Oh, it's got to be time by
Okay.
now. I mean, you know, I'm done.
Okay, I think we better
Are you
let
hungry?
you guys go.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I could eat those roasted vegetables that I roasted.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier when you were talking about meatloaf.
Oh, now you want meatloaf?
No, when we were talking about alternatives to meatloaf before, like, you know,
Not loaf?
like if we were to do like a cover band kind of deal, you'd call yourself like pot roast, roast beef, you know.
Yep.
What was it? I'm like a bird out of heck instead of bat out of hell. There you go. There's your song.
Meatloaf was on House, so hence the meatloaf
Right.
stuff came
Yeah,
up.
there you go. Yeah. We'll see how much of this will cut. You know, but- Do you want to sing us out again, or we have the song?
I don't remember the song. I think we're wrapping it up.
Wrapping it
Our
up.
little birdie likes to sing along with us. And he bounces up and down, don't you know? He's a little birdie friend.
Bird of bread, bird of bread.
And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Gonna miss your little butts and your smiles and your face and your nose. Don't you know? Okay, talk to you next time, buddies. Remember to like and share and subscribe if you're into that kind of thing, because it
Word up.
helps.
Rate, review,
Be kind.
apparently all
though.
that kind of stuff. Be kind.
Eh?
Be gentle.
Because we're Canadian, eh?
Be gentle, eh? You know?
Eh?
You know, and just tell us all about it.
Tell
Eh?
us about it.
Love y'all. Have
Well,
fun.
Thanks for joining us,
All right.
and maybe it won't be so heavy on the dicks next week. Or maybe it will.
Too many dicks on the dance floor.
Too many dicks. Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.